Salud mi gente, you boys coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been showing love and support, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys. So on today's video, we're going to talk about the son of El Chapo and the deal that he took, right? I mean, he didn't take no deal as for right now, but he just pled guilty to two charges that basically are going to give him life in prison, right? So one of them carries life. The other one carries a minimum of 10 years all the way to life, right? For those who don't remember how this guy got captured, we're actually hitting a capture. He ended up turning himself in. I don't know why. Maybe he saw that everything was going to go to nothing. And he did a very powerful move that you never seen that type of move right here in Mexico, right? Actually kidnapping El Mayo, right? Somebody who was untouchable, who was, never touched prison before. Very smart, but not too smart on this occasion, right? And he kidnapped him and took him to the U.S. to turn him in, right? I don't know if he thought he was gonna get a deal with this. I don't know. Maybe he's going to get a deal. Who knows, right? But this, of course, making that move, that power move, end up costing a lot of lives in Mexico. And to this day, still costing a lot of lives, man. It seems like by that move, the whole family business went to nothing. That's at least how I see it from the outside. I mean, for those who are involved in that stuff, they should know more, right? But from the outside, that's how it looks, right? So this guy turns his padrino, according to him, that was his padrino, turn him in, maybe in hopes of getting a deal, right? So apparently, right, he pled guilty to these two charges. The state, the DA is basically saying right now he's facing life. But, right, since he pled guilty, he had to describe how he kidnapped El Mayo, right? We have heard the story of El Mayo, how he described the situation, right? But we never heard the story from the son of El Chapo, right? And basically what he was saying is that he got in contact with his padrino and told him that if he could, meet up because he needed him to solve some problems, right? So El Mayo ended up going over there. He goes inside the house. He ended up taking El Mayo to a room, right? And where only him and El Mayo are in. And I guess one of his bodyguards, escoltas, helped him to cover the face of El Mayo with a bag. And they end up sneaking out of that room through a window, right? From right there, they got an avioneta, and they basically landed in Texas, right? Once they landed in Texas, there's cops waiting for him, and that was it. But one thing that he's saying on his story is that the U.S. government didn't have nothing to do with this, which honestly, I call that BS. I call that BS straight up, man. Like, no, man. He basically said that he thought that by him turning El Mayo in was going to favor him in his sentence, right? Maybe a time served or whatever the case might be. But no, the DA is saying, no, you broke a law in Mexico by kidnapping El Mayo. So it's not going to benefit you in your sentencing. It's not. Now, what they did, what they said in the open is based on the information that he gives, and has to be a very valuable information, right? They can come up with the sentence, right? Instead of giving him life, maybe, just maybe, he can end up doing 20, not 20, no, 10 years in prison, 10 years. And we have seen different capos, different bosses in Mexico going to the States, man, doing 10 years, man, and after that getting out and continue with their lives, right? We have seen that a lot. We have seen it. And it just shows you how corrupt the whole system is, right? So we got the bosses, the main individuals, the one who supposedly started everything, the ones who supposedly have the power, the ones who are doing all the power moves, the ones who are calling all the shots, right? Doing time, I mean, ordering hits and stuff like that, and then eventually getting busted, and them doing a little bit of time, while the other ones, the foot soldiers, either they're doing life in prison or they're becoming alive. I do understand that the states want information to have names, right? The only information they're gonna get is, of course, the routes, and they're gonna have the contacts, like who's providing this, who is actually protecting you in Mexico. They want that information for their own reason, right? But what kind of example you give into the criminals? Basically, like, hey man, do your thing, go to the top, do whatever you're gonna do, man. And whenever you get busted, just tell them to everybody. Just give them the whole details, and guess what? You live your life. Possibly you got some money hidden somewhere, and then after that, you just do a couple years in prison and get out and go about your life. We have seen this with the son of El Mayo Zambada. We have seen this with the son of El Licenciado, right? Who he just done messed up his his freedom, right? They're saying that possibly he's gonna be giving extra more information here and there, but man, that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't see him doing life in prison, honestly. Do I believe that the states ask for El Mayo? Yes. I believe that this guy was actually talking to the DA, to somebody in the states, and was trying to plan his him turning himself in, right? So I'm pretty sure that he put that offer, like, look, man, I can bring this guy, or maybe the states ask for that assistance, right? So you're one of the few ones who can have El Mayo move from his location, right? Why don't you bring El Mayo to the states? And you help us with him, and we'll help you with your sentence. I think that's what happened. I do understand that the states don't want to put that out there because, I don't know, maybe that is gonna have some issues with El Mayo. I don't know, talking about human rights and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we have to understand that they're all criminals. They were doing their thing, and their corrido came to an end, and now it's time to face consequences, right? The one thing I don't agree with this is the whole doing 10 years for giving us information, and I don't believe that is the right message that you're sending to the people, honestly. But in reality, that's how the laws are, right? Help me and I'll help you, right? I guess they want the main guy. I don't know one main guy. They already got the two main guys, right? They already got the two main guys. But that's how the criminal justice work in the U.S. And it seems like this guy most likely is gonna get 10 years, because I 100% believe it, man. I do believe it that he actually got orders from the states to actually kidnap El Mayo, even though he's saying no. Right? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. You already know how that works, and we see what happens, man. But one thing that you have to understand, that by doing this kidnapping of El Señor del Sombrero, right? A lot of people are losing their lives in Mexico. In Sinaloa, it's all bad. In neighboring states, it's all bad. They are going at it tough, man. Tough. Even right here. Even right here in Mexicali. It is all bad, man. And it doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon unless the last sons of El Chapo that are free get locked up or they get on a life, or vice versa, right? Vice versa. Somebody has to go. And I'm pretty sure that the Mexican government are going for somebody. And I think they're going to capture somebody because this is not going to stop until that happens. You know, the son of El Mayo did some power moves before he went and declared guerra on those brothers. He traveled to certain spots, including Baja, Sonora, to make alliances that are actually helping him right now as we speak and as people are going at it. You know, so with this being said, we are out to next video. That is the law of the United States, and this individual is most likely gonna get 10 years. I can put money on that. He's not gonna do life. He's not gonna do life. So with this being said, we're out. Al ratos.